Hey, what's up? It's Down the Game here, and we're trying out a vlog. Uh, you might notice that my microphone is right here. Well, let's just say we finally got a little nut. In fact, whoop. This little thing right here is what we needed. Luckily, it came in two. It came in pairs. So here's my spare one. So basically, I needed this so I could attach my microphone. So I could attach the holder. Hello. So I could attach it to the stand, which had a small screwer thing. So I got these. So now I can use the microphone. So now I can use the microphone for console games as well. Before I used to have to use a headset, which the audio wasn't particularly great for that. The one downside to this microphone is it is a bit quiet, I've noticed, so I have to like turn up some of the boost. I can't turn the boost up too high because if I do, it starts to distort. So I sort of have to try and get the microphone fairly close to me, but not too close because otherwise it gets in the road. It's the one benefit, I guess, of the headset was that it was just on my face, whereas the microphone has to sort of sit somewhere in front of me. So hopefully I can try and get it set up work where I don't have it in my face so I can actually see what I'm doing. Right now this seems to be an okay setup. I can't really lower the mic too much further because then it cuts off my access to the mouse. So I can probably lower it a tiny bit more. That's about as far as I can go with it though. And I'll have to adjust with the audio to try and deal with the microphone difference. I can always just adjust the game audio and then I can just increase everything as one thing. Anyway, despite that, we did try doing a stream a couple of days ago. It didn't go particularly well. Kind of it hit my self-esteem a bit, and I'll admit. So I am going to keep doing YouTube videos, even if people don't really watch them. I just need to do something, I think, because one of the reasons why I wanted to do videos and stuff is keep myself occupied, I guess, and also it sort of helps a little, I guess, against depression, sort of. Because, you know, you're doing something creative, and that's what... And I really love gaming. Like, games have been a part of my life since a very young age. Like I did the first replay video I did with Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That was my first game that I'd ever played when I was a kid. So I redid that. It's a lot easier than what I remembered back in the day. In other news, we're going to keep doing Warframe, and I'm trying to finish off Civilization now. I feel like Civilization's sort of run on a bit too long. It's past its course. I think we'll just finish it up, try and get the victory over and done with, and we'll try something else for a series. So Mario Kart's still up and running. I'm not sure if I have a particular goal for that, but one thing for certain, for sure, is with the 200cc, I've found that there hasn't been a lot of people, so I'm going to set a ground rule where if there's not like 6 people, including myself, then I'll probably just do the 150cc, because in the end, the numbers, I think, is the more important thing. Like, 200cc is good, and like it's really fun, but if you don't have the numbers, it gets a bit frustrating, and it's just not as enjoyable. So that's what I'm gonna do for that. Splatoon. I'll admit that for a while I was a little disappointed. Like, I don't know, I just shooters aren't really my thing. Like, I'm not really particularly good at them. But recently, the last couple of videos that I just finished recording today, Splatoon, I don't know, I feel like I can still keep doing it. Like, I think I was just probably more in a bad space mentally when I was recording the other videos before. Uh, but yeah, one thing you gotta really learn is just not take all the games so seriously. Like, I mean, it's hard being a competitive PvP game. Well, it's not. I mean, it's a fairly casual game, I guess, but it can be pretty competitive. And unfortunately, one of my character traits is being quite competitive when it comes to a PvP kind of scenario. So I have to work on that, improve that. I think I will continue doing streams, even if there's not really many people watching the stream. I just want to do it so I can get experience mainly for it. Like, as far as getting it all set up and making it all working, and dealing with the fact that there's like I don't know, it's like 10-15 second delay with the Twitch. So I gotta keep an eye on that, and I think I'll keep doing that. I did it on a Monday, like in the morning for Australia anyway. But I think I wanted to do it on Sunday, but I didn't really have the time. I also had to do a lot of setup. Like, I had to download a bunch of software and stuff to add things. Like, I added an alert thing, so if you ever get if I get a follower on Twitch, it'll be like a little alert thing where stuff happens. Like little animation plays out. So I figured out how to do that, and I also figured out through the internet how to get the to show what music, like the title of the music that I was playing, like when I'm not actually playing the game, like before and after the game. So yeah, I am gonna keep doing the. I'll try doing some more streaming, get experience, even if nobody really watches it. My plan is to do it a weekly thing, I think. I'd say about, for Australia, it would be Sunday, about 7 a.m. to about 9. That'd be roughly how long I'd go for. I might go longer, depending on things, but I'm aiming to do it about Sunday, 7 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So whatever that is in your time. I also put up notices on mainly Twitter. I don't really use Facebook too much. I do have Facebook there, but it's mainly just to put links in, really. Yeah, so I'll put notifications to basically let you know when I'm going live or if I'm going live soon. Anyway, besides that, there's not really too much else to say. Don't know if you can see my collection there of amiibos. It's grown to a nice size, I'll admit. I could have... The last two I bought was the Pit and Dark Pit. I was going to buy Palatino as well, but I didn't have enough money. Well, actually, I did have enough money, but I forgot that I had enough money. I forgot how much money I had in my bank account at the time, so I was like, I just better get the two. And then when I was driving home, I realized, I was like, oh wait, no, I have plenty of money in there. Well, not plenty of money, because I am a bit, not good with the money situation. Anyway, so yeah, we got a bunch of amiibos. I don't know if you want to see them at all. I could do a video, I guess, be like, hey, look, here's all the amiibos. I could also point out the fact that some of them are very dodgy work indeed. Charizard is probably one of the most noticeable ones. You could see it as soon as you looked at it. It's like, yeah, that's not the best work craftsmanship I've seen. Some of the others I really like, especially the humans, like well, I guess they're not really humans, but like well, some of them are, but basically the ones like Link and Zelda and the Fire Emblem ones, they got some really good detail and not really any noticeable like dodgy craftsmanship. Also, I'd say my favorite one as far as like craftsmanship goes, I would say Little Mac. Little Mac's pretty damn good, like some pretty good details and like I reckon it's one of the best looking ones. Sonic the Hedgehog was obviously the first one I got, being a big fan of Sonic. So that was the main reason why I got Amiibo, to basically just get the Sonic one. But then when I actually played Smash Bros with the Amiibo, I realized, I was like, hey, I really feel like I should try and get some more. And then it began, the addiction. I still buy them more for a collector's thing, I think, than actually using them, because I haven't actually used like pretty much any of them really. Because I've sort of fallen off Smash, to be honest. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just because it's like a fighter game, and it's not really. Well, I don't know. I used to really like Smash, but I sort of fallen off it a lot lately. I don't know why really. I guess I just got bored of it, or I don't know, I just didn't really, I started not really playing very good at it anymore, so I kind of got over it. So, yeah, that's about all there is to say. This is just a quick little vlog. I figured I should do one of these, you know. Apparently it's the thing to do. But that's not the reason why I do it. It's mainly because I felt like after having my little bit of a breakdown a couple of days ago, that I should try and just, I don't know, talk. Feel, you know, like, just talk about stuff, how the channel is doing, and updates such as having my new mic with the boom setup. It's a pretty interesting way I've done it. Basically, I got like a little coffee table that has wheels, and I've attached like it's one of the clamp suspension boom stands. So I've clamped it onto the coffee table that has the wheels. Well, I mean, it's probably not really a coffee table. It's more yeah, I don't really know what else to call it. I'll just say coffee table with wheels. And so I've like clamped that on, and that's basically just sitting next to my desk. And I have this thing out here. I probably should have just got one of the ones that sit on the ground, but I didn't really have room to do that, so that's why I went with this option. The microphone I have is a MXL Tempo. It's a bit quiet, but I think that's just that could just be me. Maybe I just don't talk very loud, or maybe it is just not very good at recording. Maybe it's just the software I use. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna do vlogs probably a little bit more regularly. I mean, not too regularly. Maybe once a week or once a month. Whenever I really feel like doing it. If there's anything really to talk about, like updates and stuff. I also use the vlog as like a chance to answer questions or anything. So, you know, if you got anything you want to ask about, like, you know, what stuff do I use? I don't know, anything else, like personal stuff, like, I don't know, how old are you? Are you really Australian? I mean, the accent. Well, I don't actually know if my accent is very Aussie. I mean, it's really hard to tell, I guess, because if you have an accent, do you realize that you have an accent? Like as far as I can tell, I don't really sound that Aussie, but I guess to someone else, like maybe an American or a Brit, or like someone from like a British person, they would probably go, "Yeah, you definitely sound Aussie." I mean, I guess the fact that I am Aussie means I don't really. I mean, I definitely know that there are other people who definitely have a lot stronger accents than what I do. I am also actually half Dutch, so that could be a part of it. But born and grown up here in Australia, so yeah. Internet-wise, this is another thing I should probably mention. So we have the MBN, which is Australia's supposed fast internet, which is not really fast at all. Unfortunately, because our government is cheap, they instead of having like proper like wired like fiber, it's like connected to some nodes, so we're only got wireless, which unfortunately means that sometimes our connection is a bit dodgy. It's not always strong. Like, I think that might be one of the reasons when I'm playing Splatoon, you'll notice that sometimes it'll sort of have issues with the internet. Like, you'll notice that sometimes the paint won't appear. Although it could also be that Nintendo's networking could just be a bit bad as well, because Nintendo haven't really been exactly popular or famous for having good internet, like when it comes to their online gaming. Also, should also mention, talking about Nintendo, that Iwata, Sakura, I can't remember exactly. All I know is Iwata, yeah, the CEO from Nintendo, the guy who does the Nintendo Directs and some other stuff. So he passed away. It's very, very unfortunate. Because I really enjoyed when he did all the like the Nintendo Direct stuff. I really found that quite entertaining and informative at the same time. Like, he was really quite good for a CEO when you think about it. And that's, I think, one of the reasons why I've loved Nintendo so much, because unlike Xbox and PlayStation, which sort of seem more businessy and I know, less casual going or whatever, like less fun. Like Nintendo, they were definitely always about fun. I can't remember the quote exactly, but I think it said games. It's like the only point for games is for everyone to have fun. I think that's. I'm paraphrasing, but that was something like the quote I remember seeing, and that's a pretty good quote there. Anyway, I've dragged on long enough, so yeah, we'll see what the future holds. I'll keep doing the videos and maybe do some vlogs in the future. But until next time, guys, I'll catch you around.